So when you explain to somebody that you were running a 100-mile race, 90% of the time, the first thing that people mention is how can you physically run 100 miles? And for me, I'm more concerned about the mental aspect of preparing for a 100-mile race than the physical aspect. I know my body's capable of getting through something like that. It's overcoming the fear of mentally breaking down and having to push through the pain and push through that mental barrier of the training leading up to 100 miles, the pushing every single day, doing the 2-a-day workouts, having the long work and then having to work out and train, in the gym after. That's the hard part. And when you mention to somebody, I have a year out, I'm a year out until Leadville, August 16th or August 17th, 2025, most of the time people are like, oh, a year, you can do that. It'll be okay. You have a year to train. People don't understand the mental commitment that goes through preparing for something a full year out. Every single day knowing that you're getting an inch closer. 54 weeks on paper looks far away, but for me, it's 2-3 workouts a day. For me, I don't think that's enough time mentally. But that's what excites me about this prep in particular, is because I'm trying to get as many workouts as I can. I'm trying to train. Everything that I'm doing is geared towards something that's 54 weeks out. And that's the mental part that a lot of people, fail to see when they say, when they see me say a 100-mile race in a year. The mental aspect is just as important as the physical aspect of preparing for a 100-mile race. No running today. We actually have a long run this week. Tomorrow, as you guys will see in the next part of this episode. Pretty easy week for running. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we had 3 to 6 miles. Thursday, which is today, off. Tomorrow, 10-mile run in the trail, so I'm excited for that. Body feels great so far. Nothing really lingering, nothing that would be a cause for concern. So far, the last 3 weeks of training have been absolutely awesome. I'm super excited to bring you guys along with it. Today we have a pull day, which actually I think it's almost the same workout that we did in episode 1, but a little bit modification. Nothing crazy. The Metcon was on the sandbag around, so I'm excited to do that. Haven't done that in a really long time. We got pre today from Transparent Labs. We were able to link up with Amanda from Boundless to get a bunch of that Transparent Lab stuff, so I'm excited to use that. Yeah, nothing really new today. We're gonna get this lift in, maybe run by Nike. I want to pick up the Pegasus 41 trails. Want to try those out, and get ready for tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow is my longest run of the program so far. Wouldn't want to do it anywhere else but the trail, so let's get this lift in. Let's get to work. Three rounds, dumbbell RDL 15, kettlebell swings 10, sandbag over shoulder 5, sandbag stress carry. So when I was competing in the tactical games, a lot of stuff was a lot of the workouts were super grip heavy. Grip strength was probably, I want to say 60% of Metcon. Sandbags, axle bar carries, sled carry, a lot of things that implemented your grip. So going into it, I already had really good grip. So this really shouldn't be that hard because I haven't been able to really lift the sandbag for a while, or I haven't had to lift the sandbags in a while. So like I said, 3 rounds, dumbbell RDLs, kettlebell swing, sandbag over shoulder, and sandbag stress carry. So it'll probably be the whole length of the turf, I think twice or once. It says that it is 50 meters, so I think that's twice. Yeah. So let's get that set up. Go. All right, just wrapped up a lift in Sono. We are headed back to Scarsdale to check out Nike Scarsdale or Nike Westchester. The other day I picked up the Zegama 2s that are going to be like my everyday trail runner shoe, kind of like my low mileage shoe. I want to also try on, that just came in, I had a notification, the Pegasus trail runners. I want to try them on. I don't think I'm going to buy them, but I'm going to try them on. Right now, I'm still kind of floating, trying to figure out what shoe I want to put majority of my training miles on for the trail. Last episode, I ran the Speedgo 5s. They're a great shoe, but I'm looking for something that has a little bit more stability. Love the Zegamas. I put 6 miles on those the other night. Loved them. They were great. So tomorrow's run, probably going to put more miles on these. Depends on if I like these Pegasus trails, but so far the Zegamas are awesome. I'll probably talk a little bit more about them tomorrow, but still trying to float around, see what shoe I ideally want. So running shoes are kind of like a science. I never really thought of running shoes as being like, oh, like you have a different shoe for a different day. I thought running shoes were all kind of the same. And as I've gotten more into running, I've learned that your shoes are pretty much like one of the most important things about running. Because there's different shoes for different types of runs. There's more comfortable shoes for long runs. There's shoes meant for easy day runs. There's shoes meant for speed work. There's shoes meant for a bunch of different types of running. And I've slowly been learning more about them. And specifically the trail shoes, I know that I'm going to race in these Speedlands 100%. Eddie and I just ordered a couple pairs last night or 2 nights ago. I think those are going to be my shoes I race in. I'm looking right now for a shoe that I can train in that's not going to beat my foot up. We're going to go over there, check it out, see what else they have, and we'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, we're here at Nike in Scarsdale. We just picked up the Pegasus Trail 41s. I was actually here the other day on the road ride over here. I was talking about how I picked up these Zegama 2s. So far, one run in, I actually really like these shoes a lot. So my idea was to come back and try the Pegasus Trail 41s. I wanted to try them out just to change it up a little bit. My whole plan right now, like we were talking about in the car, is I'm trying to find the right shoe to train in. Like I said, shoes are super important. Obviously, you can go out and run, wear whatever type of shoes you want. Like right now, I'm wearing Sauconys. Eddie's wearing Hoka Clifton 9s. All great options. But there are different shoes for different types of runs. Just like in the trail, there are different shoes for different types of runs. So I think for the time being, what I'm going to do is alternate the Zegama 2s, and the Pegasus Trails. Obviously, both great options. They both have great traction, great uppers. They're soft. The thing about the Pegasus that I'm starting to notice is they're a little bit firmer, a little bit lighter. So what I probably will do is use these for more casual runs, a little bit lighter, and then really beat the piss out of these Zegama 2s for my long runs. Tomorrow what I'll do is when we're warming up, I'll go over which one I want to maybe switch them halfway through the run just to add variety. I have to admit, I think these might be the best trail running shoes I have right now. They feel great. I'm actually really excited to test them out tomorrow and try the difference. Feel the difference between both of them. So I've actually only ever owned one pair of Pegasus 40s. These are the new 41s uppers, so it's a lot different. But very comfortable. A lot of support. I'm excited to see how this tread pattern feels. Yes. I give them an A. Only one way to find out, though. But like I said, a big thing I talked about in episode 1 was, you have to trust the wand sometimes. It's not always the magician. You have to, use the tools you can to maximize your ability. And I think shoes are really important. Like I said, on my long runs or my speed runs, I run the Saucony Endorphin 4s. Maybe we got to pick up a pair of Nikes for running, if they want to sponsor this video at any point. But like I said, that's going to do it for today's part of the workout. Next time you guys see us in like 2 seconds, we'll be at the trail, which will be tomorrow morning. So see you guys tomorrow. So today, 5-10 easy miles, ideally with hilly terrain. So we're here at the trails. I actually think that I'm gonna work all of my long runs here instead of doing them on the road. So like I'll explain to everyone too. Like what I hate about road running is it's very consistent. It's the same thing. It's boring. Like yes, you get miles that way and they're easier to get the miles, but what I'm doing is not easy. So like me running 20 miles on concrete, yes, I'm getting the mileage, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna help me out there as much as doing this consistently, getting on the trails, trying different trails, having different lines, having different terrain to run. That's why a lot of my long runs will probably be here. It'll be up at Bear Mountain, Graham Hills, anything that, you know, gives me variety with my training. And I'm happy to have more people here because running alone is fun. You know, when you have headphones on, you can like kind of zone out, but running with other people is way more fun. It's good to have a good crew with you, so I like all you guys, so you guys can come whenever you want. So everyone ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? You have your phone?
I'm ready.
All right. So one loop, we'll get water, 15, 30 seconds, and we'll come right back, all right? Hey, go. Yep. Come on, I need to get in the front. Halfway through, I think I'm gonna switch to the Pegasus 41s for the last 2 miles. So what I was saying before to Chris was, you can see the front of this shoe, how this shoe has like a toe guard right here. The Zegamas don't have that. They have no toe protection. So far a couple times on these rocks, I clipped the tips of my toes. And if you're a runner and you know run the trail, you know that hurts like a bitch. So -1 point for the Zegama 2s on that, but I still have to admit these are probably right now my favorite running shoe. I'm gonna put these on, like I said, for the last 2 miles and really beat the shit out of them, but really happy with these. Last time I only had one hot spot on my heel right by the gaiter or the guard, so I put on some BioSteel. And so far nothing. I really like these shoes. I'm actually really happy about them. They have great stability. Their comfort is perfect. You might have to be team Nike Trail. So let's get back in there. And he's not a business call. So I'm about to come. Breakdown, 10 miles, average pace is 10:41, a little slow. What pop up on the screen what the actual intervals are like. It's hard when you run with a group to prioritize your own pace because you want everybody to be able to get through the run. So we started out as a group, slowly broke away from the group. People started going at their own pace. I had to go at my own pace. But listen, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. As long as everyone's getting out here and they're running, they're getting better, that's all that really matters. My pace might be slow, my pace might be fast for somebody else. Their pace might be slow, pace might be fast for them, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The group that we had out here is great. I'd love to do more group runs, especially because this loop, it like at the beginning of the video, I said, this loop is so easy for everybody to follow. What we might do is maybe I'll run through the trail one day. I'll come back here maybe tonight or tomorrow, and I'll make like a little stencil, and we'll paint all the trees that you're supposed to run, just so you guys can come here, do this run with me or without me. But honestly, the last 2 days of training, like in this video, have been like exactly what I've been looking for something that pushes me both mentally and physically, and I'm just so glad that we're able to do it. And I have a goal to train for. Before I committed to Leadville, I didn't really have a goal in my training. For those of you guys that don't know, is I was a former divisional lacrosse player. Then I opened Iron Vault, and I was searching for my why. My why before Leadville was the tactical games, competing in that, and I'm looking forward to competing for that again when the time is right. Right now, I just focus on Leadville, bring to Leadville series. Honestly, it's like really important to me because it gives me a why to train.
because it holds me accountable. Filming these videos holds me accountable because I need to be able to compete, to have my fitness level at a certain point so I can, run 100 miles. And that's really, that's why I wake up every day. Like, I actually really do enjoy this stuff. So I know these videos are, sometimes we joke around, we laugh, we have fun, but at the end of the day, I love this shit. I love training this hard. I love pushing my body to a point where, I don't know where my breaking point is every day. But we're going to document the whole process. Hope you guys enjoy it.